Okay, now for today I'm going to use the James Charles palette. Okay, you don't really need a lot of colors for this look. You just need a nice yellow pigmented shade. So I'm going to take the yellow shade in the palette right here, and with a nice fluffy brush, and hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to change the brush. I'm going to use a packer brush instead. There we go. You need a nice yellow base for this, okay? Pack that on until you don't get that nice yellow that we need. And that same fluffy brush that I took before, we're going to just buff out the edges. Alright? Okay, now after that, I'm going to take my Back to Brazil Shimmer Edition. And this shade up here. I'm going to apply that with my fingers. I tried it with a brush, but it's better if you use your finger. Pop that all over the lid. Now the eyeshadow part in this look isn't hard. The real hard thing is, you know, making this sunflower. You need a very steady hand. Okay, and there you go. Now the next thing you need is liner. You need to make a really nice cat liner with, you know, nice sharp. So I'm going to use my Miss Rose felt tip liner. There, all right. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. These are actually nail art brushes, but they are great for this kind of stuff. Then you see how thin the bristles are, and they're perfect for stuff like this. So we are only going to need these two. Okay, that's about it. This for coloring, and this for drawing our flower. See? If you can't find eye brushes, then if you have nail art brushes, then this is great for this. Or you can use, you can find paint brushes like this, then it would be great. Okay? Okay, so we are going to take our concealer. This is the Essence Matte Concealer. I'm just going to take a little arm, our hand, and with a very, very steady hand, we are going to draw first the circle. I have very hooded eyes, so this is what it's going to look like. Okay, if you don't have hooded eyes, then that will be great. We're going to take a little bit of concealer on our brush and then start with the circle. Now it should be like right about here, okay? And then over here the first petal is going to come. So make sure you get it exactly, you know, it should be the same. Otherwise it's not gonna look, you know, symmetrical, okay? Let's start this. Make sure you have a very steady hand, okay? Don't want to screw this up. My eyes keep on watering today. I mean, I just don't know why. I don't know. I think it's allergies. I have sniffles. It's okay if you get a little bit of concealer on your liner. It's no big deal. You're just gonna, you know, you can just clean it up after. So, see, this is what I mean. When you have hooded eyes, mistakes like this happen. We'll fix it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this brush that I showed you guys. Okay? And I'm going to take this brown in the palette. Okay? You're going to struggle. You know, it's hard to see if you have hooded eyes like me. But you know, you really just have to lift up your eyes and see how it looks. So I missed a few spots, so let's just fill this in. All right. Okay. You see? Okay. So now is the really hard part. Carving out these petals. You know, how many do we have? We have 5 petals, okay? And I want you guys to be precise. I want them to be symmetrical. All right? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to use this brush that I showed you guys. Okay? Now you need a very steady hand because guys, if you screw this up, you're gonna ruin your whole eye look, okay? We don't want concealer getting smudged all over the eye, okay? I want you guys to have a very steady hand. Close the door, tell everybody to just leave you alone, sit by yourself, put some music on, and just concentrate. You really have to concentrate, okay? Okay, so let's take some concealer on your brush, not too much, just a little on the tip, okay? You know, first petal you want right over here, all right? Okay, now this liner, I'm going to take it a little more higher. Okay, now here is our first petal. Okay, now a little bit more concealer. Now for a second. Hope you guys can see. It's a good idea if you rest your hand on your face. So that way, you know, your hand won't shake or anything. So that's a nice tip for you guys. Now because my concealer is drying up on my hand. Let's take a little more. You don't want clumpy concealer on your eyes. And draw our third petal, alright? Make sure it's the same. Just keep looking at your other eye. Okay, 2 more to go. Come on, you can do it. We're almost there. Up to a little higher than my crease, okay? Now 1 more to go. My eyes just keep watering. Don't mess up my mascara. Okay, last petal. Alright, it's about the middle. So it should stop from right over there. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so here's our flower. Now I messed up a little over here, so it's okay. We'll make that round circle again. That's no big deal, but the petals are done, okay? So now again, we're going to take that same brush that we took before, okay? And I'm gonna fix up that circle. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now we need the same brush. So I only have one. We're going to clean it up, alright? Now what we need to do is we're going to take the white shade in the palette. And we're going to take the white shade and the tips of the petals, we're going to color them white, alright? See? Just the tips, guys. Oh no. Ah, no. And now we're going to take the yellow shade again. Just take it all the way down, okay? Try and take a light concealer to carve out this flower. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty hard to see it. The more lighter the shade, the more better. Okay, clean off the brush again. I'm going to take this orange shade that Piggy packed on it. And now we're going to take it on the lower part of the petal. This will give it that 3D effect. You see that? Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay? Now what I'm going to do, because you really can't see it, now we want to, you know, like make kind of like a shadow effect over here. So we're going to take that same brown shade. Now I'm going to kind of mix. I'm going to take these two, okay? And we're just going to kind of shade in the outside so you can really see that flower, and it gives it a really nice 3D effect, okay? I just love this brush. I mean, if you guys can get a brush like this, then you guys can easily do any look you want. And you don't just have to do a sunflower. You can make, you can make round petals if you like. Any shape of petals you like. Okay, I'm going to clean that up a little. I'm going to take that orange shade again and just clean up what I missed. Right over there. Now we're going to take that brown shade again and define this a little more. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that same brush, this one, and we're just going to take our concealer and just make just like messy kind of dots, okay? All right. Okay, so I am now going to take this small kind of fluffy brush, and I'm going to use these two shimmery shades for my brow bone. Mix them both up. Just on my brow bone, like that. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Back to Brazil, same palette, and this shade, this nice shimmery shade. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this on the white parts of the flowers with the same brush. So be very careful, again with a nice steady hand. Okay. And our inner corners. Okay, so now we're going to clean up our liner, whatever mess we made. Okay, now for the bottom part. Now that was kind of tricky. Okay, so we are going to use an angled brush like this. Now what I did is first I draw a line like you can see. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take it up to here and just take it down. Okay, so I used this shade right over here. Take some of that, just pack it on the brush. After then, we'll buff it out. Make sure it's the same. Now we're going to I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to take the color orange, and I'm just going to lightly, just with very light strokes, just buff it out. You don't want any harsh lines at all. Okay, now I'm going to take the same yellow shade that we used for our eyes, and now we're going to take it down here. Don't be afraid to go low. Okay, it might look silly at first, but trust me, this is going to come together. Okay? If you want to clean it up a little, you take some powder if you want, if you feel that you made any mistakes. I would do my eyes first, and then my whole foundation and everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the same shade that I used for my inner corners. We're going to fill that in this empty space like we did over here. Okay, clean it off. You can use one brush for your whole eye look. You don't need 1,000 of brushes. Steady hand. Okay, now I took the liner a little bit outwards, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. Alright, now we need lashes and mascara, and then we're about done. I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Here's how its brush looks like. Okay, now for lashes, I got these UB Ultra Lashes 3D. Okay. They look something like this. They're nice and fluffy, and they don't hurt the eye. They're really comfortable, and I like them a lot. Face it, glue. Never apply your lashes, with wet glue. It just won't stick, and it'll just mess up your eye look. You'll get glue everywhere. Wait until it's tacky. So blow on it and do this. Okay, now the way this is drying, if anybody wants to know about my blush, it's Be Cute blush. It's this nice peach shade. I didn't use that much, but this is very pigmented, very. And for lips, if anybody wants to know, it's Clazona Beauty. I'll swatch this for you. It's a nice brown shade. And for gloss, I used Be Cute. It's a nice gold shimmery gloss. See? Okay. Now let's do this. Press them together. got my lashes on, and we're about done now. I think I should use a little more highlighter. Okay, so for highlighter, I got Maybelline Master Chrome. So let's get a little bit more. You know, a girl can never have enough highlighter. Guys, so this is a complete look. I hope you guys like it. And if you guys have hooded eyes like me, then you will struggle. The struggle is real. I mean, you know, you have to really get in those creases. But if you just have a steady hand. Oh no, I got eyeshadow. So if you just have a steady hand and just take your time, no hurry, no rushing, then you can do it, okay? If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell icon, okay? Love you guys. See you again soon. Bye bye.